Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave. It's been forever. Oh my gosh. You might remember me from such videos as Mafia Funeral Vegas Wedding, or might maybe remember the one a couple weeks ago where I gasped using the Christmas Pine set. So I want to tell you I'm back. I'm so excited to be back. I know it's taken me a while to get this video made, and that is because, and I know you're going to feel so bad for me. Oh my gosh. I've done a little traveling recently, and I came home and I slept funny on the plane. And apparently, if you sleep funny on the plane long enough, it really messes up your back. And so I can kind of hardly move right now. So I'll just, as I said when I went to my chiropractor and he adjusted me and my back like cracked, I giggled because it hurt so bad. I said, do a lot of people giggle? And he said yes. And I think it's because you either giggle or you cry. So I giggled. But my back is so killing me, which is just such a big fat bummer. But I want to show you this awesome card because it is really awesome. Oh, I just realized I haven't cut the paper. We'll do it together. It's fine. So anyway, I guess I just have to say I'm so happy to be stamping with you again. I really, truly missed you guys while I was on my trip. I had such a hard time getting internet. My mother-in-law's place, they're doing a huge construction project next to it, and I think that was affecting their internet, or at least that is what I'm going with, because it, like, literally I would have like raised all holy hell if that was my internet connection. But you know, when it's your in-laws connection and you're trying to do business, you can't really say much. I don't know. They felt bad, but what do you do? Plus, I'm supposed to be on vacation, right? Anyway. Oh, I'm just bending over to get my paper cutter. Sorry. I don't mean to sound like an old lady. I'm not actually 100, but it feels a little bit like it today. So let's make this gorgeous card, shall we? All the details, of course, are on my blog, as they always are, with the dimensions and whatnot, but I'm just going to take and trim myself a piece of this printed paper. You could do that side, this side. You can do whatever you want. This is from the Presents and Pine Cones printed paper pack, which is gorgeous paper. And what I love about pretty much all of the printed paper packs is even if there's like a really Christmassy design on one side, the other side is not Christmassy. So you can really see that these are pretty versatile papers. So if you don't use them all up for Christmas, of course you can go into like Valentine's Day and other holidays of the year. Like here, like this looks like just a little, this actually looks like maybe houndstooth. Is that what that's called? Obviously, this side's pretty Christmassy. You can't get around that. But that side's not, which is pretty awesome. And at first glance, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the leg from the lamp in the movie Christmas Story. That's kind of awesome. Okay, so I cut my piece of paper, and then I'm going to go ahead. Of course, I need to grab some scrap paper because I can guarantee that I might not feel well on my back, but I will make a mess stamping. So I've got my card base here, which is Emerald Envy. And so I'm going to use the coordinating colors for this are Emerald Envy and Cherry Cobbler. And I'm also, well, oops, that's not Emerald Envy, but that is. And then the other color is Mint Macaron. Now, I have to tell you this, and you know, I seriously was thinking about posting this on Facebook yesterday, but then I thought, no, that's too personal. But I can talk about it here in my videos. So, my back's been hurting me. I went to the chiropractor Tuesday, chiropractor Monday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday, I had been working down here in my office for a while, and then I went to go to the bathroom. I was done, and you know, of course, when you're done, you flush, right? At least my kids don't think that, but I am a big believer in flushing right away. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I turned, you know, I mean, I don't know, like, do you get up and then turn, whatever the process was, but oh my gosh, like, something happened in my back, and like the pain and it was like I literally started crying, and I can be pretty stoic about these things, but Holy buckets. But then literally after the pain subsided enough that I could like breathe, I thought, ooh, that'd be pretty funny to talk about in my video. So there you have it, you guys. I'm always thinking of new material for you. Okay, so let's get going on this card. And I'm not on any other drugs except Advil. And I'm pretty sure Advil doesn't make you goofy, but you never know. You just never know. So I'm going to stamp the Noel. I love this Noel because it's so cool. The script font of it. I have to tell you, this is something I'm working. That looks terrible. Sorry. I can't stamp Noel without there being issues. If you recall the gasping Noel card right before I left, which I kind of laughed about quite a bit. This was just way up too much in the corner, and this is almost too much in the corner. But anyway, it's a little better. So I stamped my Noel, and my printed piece is a little too long, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. So I'm thinking it might be wrong in my website. I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off. Let's see if that's enough. And of course we have to save this because good Lord, you could do something with this 1/4 inch strip of paper, right? I mean, we are crafters after all. That is what we do. Okay, that's much better. All right. So I will verify that the dimensions are correct in my video or in my blog. Oh goodness, we're already 6 minutes in and I'm still yammering on. I hope you appreciate that. It doesn't, you guys seem to like it when I tell you goofy stories about my life, so I will keep doing it. And if you don't like my goofy stories, that's okay. I won't judge. You can just turn the volume down. All right. So I put this on here. Now I have to tell you, I really like my card. I had a bunch of this ribbon that I ordered mistakenly. So I thought I'd use it, but I wanted to see if this ribbon might look a little better. This is the Silky Taffeta that's in the holiday catalog. And I think the darker color might look a little better because this is a little blah to me. So let's see if we can jazz it up. Because, you know, if nothing else, Dina likes a nice jazzy card. Okay. So let me set that aside because the first thing I want to do is put my little thingamajiggers down. Now these pine bows, as you might refer to them, like a normal person would, are really awesome. But let me give you a couple tips. I'm just grabbing them. So when I cut them, like here's my paper from the one I cut. When I cut them, I totally use the precision platform because this is a really intricate die, obviously. And when I pull them out, they often come out of the paper pretty easily. But what I find is sometimes they're tricky to get out of the die itself. So what is great is to have a poking device to poke this top bit out and then just peel it out like that. So let me place this in here so you get the idea. So you're going to poke, just get that first top bit loose and then carefully pull it out like so. And then that really helps get them out really nicely if you've had any trouble with that. But I really think a huge helper is that precision plate. Now, the other thing I did in this is, and I don't know if again, I will go back and check this out, but so I did the dazzling diamonds with the glimmer, but I did one other thing that I really like. Let me show you what that is. So I'm going to put some fast fuse down like this, and if you can't get them all attached that way, just add them with glue dots. It works great. You can also flip these over so that they're kind of curling in different directions if you prefer one way or the other. I tend to like to kind of set my pieces out to make sure that they look good and they're not like all goofy. And then, because sometimes it's hard to put adhesive just on this teeny little bit, so that's why I pull in the glue dot. But then once I have them all arranged, I like that. I like the look. I like adding this little sparkly one in. But of course, I can't stop there. I need more sparkles. So I'm going to get my Wink of Stella. And I have to tell you, it's been like 3 weeks since I've used Wink of Stella. I'm suffering withdrawals. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to spritz this all over the card. Okay. And I'm worried that this is not actually, it's not doing much, but I think this one is almost out. It's almost empty. So let me pull my other one out. Do you like how I do this stuff? Okay, so I just want something to smack it against And then I'm going to, there, this is coming out much better. I'm smacking it all over my paper, and then I'll pick it up and you'll be like, oh. Do you see all that shimmer that's on there? Can you see that? There's little shimmeries all over this thing. Do you see the shimmer? I like it. Okay, so there's that. I think it just adds a nice little happy shimmery touch. Now, it'll go on our card, but like I said, we got to put our ribbon down first. So let me grab that piece. Now that all of that is adhered down, we're good. And you can see I don't do the whole thing, just at the very top, because that way, you know, they kind of just fall where they fall and they look nice. And then I'm going to tie this little knot right here. Now, I also wanted to jazz it up, and as usual, I like to do things that are kind of functionally helpful to me. So I happen to have some leftover trinkets from a couple different classes I've done. And I had a bunch of bells. Now, I didn't get the bell stamp set because it just wasn't my cup of tea. So I have all these bells. I think if I would have had the bell stamp set, I probably would have used all these bells up by now. But I really like this. It's super cute. So I'm just going to dangle that right onto my card. Now, of course, this is the kind of card that the post office will probably be all crabby about and make you pay extra postage. But it's super cute. And if it's the kind of thing where you're bringing a gift to somebody for Christmas, this is the card you want to give them, because then you don't have to pay the extra postage. You just include it with the gift and everybody's happy. You can also decorate a gift bag with this. Of course, that would work great. So that's kind of what I do. Now, the other pieces in the trinkets that these are from, I'll tie that in a knot. Those are nice and flat, and they will mail just fine with no additional issue. I'll just trim that really short. I think I like this darker ribbon. What do you guys think? I'll bring in, it's prettier, isn't it? Totally. Okay. I can see you all nodding in my virtual world here. So we will definitely go with that. Now, to finish this up, and I got to be quick because I'm running out of time here, I'm going to stamp the inside of my card too. And to do that, I'm going to grab a couple things. I'm going to use my Mint Macaron ink pad and the two pine images, which you can throw yours across the desk if you want, but it's not necessary. Every so often you need a little dramatics going on, right? Okay, so you can see this one has a little thicker lines and this has thinner lines. So the thicker, more solid lines is what I'm going to stamp with the mint. And then I'm just going to add that right there, like so. Then the thinner lines I'll use with my emerald. And then I'll stamp this. Now, this is definitely a butt sticking out situation. I'm not sticking my butt out, though, because I'm worried of the pain that's going to cause me. So you can see mine's not totally perfect, but it's not half bad. All right. And then I have my little scrap. I'm going to stamp the other. Now, all of this stuff is from my pine stamp set. So I'm going to stamp Christmas blessings. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp that one more time so it's actually inked. I hope this makes you feel better, knowing that I often stamp things multiple times in order to get them to come out just the way I want them. The backside of many of my pieces of cardstock are pre-stamped, just so you know. Okay, so there's Christmas blessings. That'll go right here. And I'll just curve these edges a little. Turn this over, add some fast fuse. And then, last but not least, I'm going to stamp To You and Yours. And, oh, what did I do with that stamp? It was just here. Oh, here we go. So I'll do that in Cherry Cobbler, just to add a little bit of the red back in cherry. So I'll adhere that to the inside of my card, like so. And here, do you want to see what a nice one with your butt hanging out looks like? That's what it looks like. Pretty good, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you like this card. I hope you like the green ribbon better. Anyway, it's so good to be back. Check out more videos, check out my blog, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.